Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room in snowy, cold Alberta. It is going to be, we're getting some snow today. It's going to start around 11 o'clock this morning, and we just have to deal with it. Not much we can do about it, right? If you're joining me live, let me know you're here. I'd love to hear from you. I hope I'm live in the right spot. Let me share with you last night. Oh my gosh, I had a great time. I went to a Stamp-A-Stack with 12 teachers. I love teachers. I don't know. I think because I love to teach I love teaching that, and I always love volunteering in the classroom with my kids as they were going up through grade school. Good morning, Carol. Hi, Rebecca. Good morning, Kim. To do a Stamp-A-Stack with teachers and to hear them talk about teaching, and it just brings back all those great memories of when I went to school with my children and volunteered. And last night I did a Stamp-A-Stack, so I got to teach the teachers something that I love. So that was a really special time for me. They did 12 cards each. There was 12 of them. That's 144 cards. Oh my gosh, I was so tired when I got home just from, prepping. I had a helper help me, so that was good. I've learned, you guys, in my business to ask for help because I simply cannot do it all myself. So I'm so grateful for the lovely people that I have on my team who are stepping up and helping me and having lunch with me here in my home. And we're able to prep together and get everything ready. And I was so grateful yesterday to have a little bit of downtime, actually, even before my class, to rest up before I had to drive to the class. We did, the ladies are like, the other thing about teachers, why I love them, because they are spot on, right? They know how to organize their time when they're doing a class. They are efficient and they ask the right questions. They're just very, very easy to teach, right? Teachers are easy to teach. So I had such a great time with them last night, and this morning I'm doing Fun Fold Friday with you guys. And then as soon as I end my video, I have to not frantic, but make sure I have everything in my bag because I'm heading over to Boston Pizza for a lunchtime class today. So I will probably be crashing real early tonight, I think. Hello, everyone that's joining. Hello, Maggie from Pincher Creek. Hello, Karen. Hi, Diane. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Lorraine from the UK. Hi, Lorraine from Texas. Wow, lots of Lorraines. Hi, Polly. Happy Friday. It's rainy in North Carolina. I would take rain. It would get rid of the snow. I'm sure there will be rain in our future before long. So anyway, I just want to share with you what's going on with me. It's been a crazy busy week. And on top of it, lots going on with my daughter. Tomorrow we're going shopping for some more fabric for her graduation dress. We have a lovely seamstress who I'm working with, and we are trying to narrow down the fabric because my daughter has this very specific design she wants. And she's not too picky, but I want her to pick out the material herself. So we're going to do that tomorrow. Sunday, I have my team meeting. And Monday night, I'm back at Boston Pizza for another class. So it's nonstop, you guys. It's crazy. So if you've messaged me and I haven't got back to you, please know I will. And I have new team members that I'm working with to try and help them get on board here. So it's always fun. This job is always fun. Okay, I have Fun Fold today using Silly Goose. I loved Silly Goose. I've had a blast playing with it this week, and we're going to end off, of course, like my favorite way to end off the week is with a Fun Fold on Friday. And missing some of your comments here. Hi, TJ. Hi, Debbie. Thank you all for your lovely comments. Sue says it's snowy in Ontario. Yeah, par for the course here in Canada, right? Hello, Michelle from sunny Florida. Okay, I'm going to live vicariously for a moment through you, Michelle. Thank you so much. Sorry, Michelin. The words are like this big. You guys are so tiny on the screen. All right, so let's get started here so I can finish in a good, timely manner and get my bag ready and meet the lovely ladies at Boston Pizza for when they open this morning at 11. We'll have lunch together, and then we're going to get right into the cards. We're doing our technique, the daytime class for technique today. Now, the technique class is the one that I collaborate with Christine Bertram. So if you're from the US and you're interested in this technique class, please, please, please reach out to my friend Christine Bertram over at Cards by Christine. I will be teaching that class on the 21st of March on my YouTube channel, but Christine will be able to get you kits if you live in the US. So reach out to her, and Canadians, you can reach out to me. I've had several new people join my technique club, and I'm super excited about that. So you can take the class in person here at Boston Pizza with me. I have a lunchtime session, which is today, and I have another one on Monday evening. And then there's always the YouTube. Like if you're late or you don't get your kit, or you let me know later, I can get your kit sent to you, and you can always watch the YouTube replay and make those cards. The Technique Club is such a fun club because you learn something new every single month, and you also get an insert for your binder, so a technique binder. So at the end of the 10 months in the club, you're going to have all these techniques that you're going to be able to flip through your binder and review and go back and revisit whenever you want, right? Some people used to say, I love being in the technique club, but then I give my card away and I forget about the technique. So that's why I invented the binder so that we can keep that all in one place. Okay, so I'm missing some of your comments. I will come back and see who is here with me. Thank you all for your shares. Thank you for your comments. I love it so much, you guys. You just watched my replay from yesterday, Cindy? Okay, thank you for that. Hi, Deneen from Illinois. Hello, Nancy. Hi, Heather. Okay, we're gonna get started now. Hi, Charlene. Thank you for your kind words. Snowy, chilly day in Ontario. Yep, about the same here too. Okay, let's get started here. And I'm gonna flip my camera and point you down at my work surface. And I have my Simply Scored board here because that's the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to do some scoring. Let me move all my stuff out of the way. And we're going to raise up the camera so you can see, hopefully see a little bit more. Okay, so you can see my coffee. I'm going to move that out of the way because we don't need an accident. That would be disastrous, right? Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, so we're going to start off with a piece. Do you want to see what we're making? Do you like it when I show you the card? I'm going to show you the card first. This is called the Bendy Pop-Out. Pop-Out Bendy or Bendy Pop-Out Bendy card. Okay, so we've got our cute little silly goose on here, sending gaggles of good wishes. I'm going to slide off the belly band. And then, do you recognize the paper? This is the Hello Resistible paper. You can still get this over in my online store. And watch, this is the magic. When you open it, it's, whoop, oh no, my glue came undone. Okay, that's okay. We'll fix that. I just press that down. Oh, that was not secure. Okay, this is what it's supposed to do. This part goes back and this part comes forward. I'm going to show you the aerial shot like that. So this is going to pop out. Now, these two stamps here are not in the Silly Goose, but I thought they matched so nicely because it says, sending gaggles of good wishes. Now, the Silly Goose stamp set does have something for birthday, but it's belated. And not every birthday you'd need a belated. You need other birthday greetings. And I really, really love Lisa Curcio's $1 Million stamp set called Charming Sentiment. So I'm using a couple of stamps from here today on the inside. And one of them is because you totally deserve it, and then wishing you the happiest of birthdays. I also thought there's a lot you could use on here. Wishing you everything wonderful would also make a nice greeting. So if you don't have this greeting set, guys, this is a fabulous, fabulous set. It also has the dies. Let me show you the dies that come with this stamp set. I'll move my fun fold off here. I'm going to show you step by step how to make that one. But let me show you what dies you can also get. These are called sentiment silhouettes, and there's 3 sheets. Look at this. All of these 3 sheets here cut out all of the dies, all of the greetings, okay? So you can just grab your greeting and you can cut it out. Remember, if you're used to fussy cutting, you don't have to. You can just grab the coordinating die and cut out your greeting. There's also some extra dies. There's butterflies. There's like a brick wall here. There's other ones like splatter and a solid butterfly. So, and there's other ones here too, hearts and stars, and this kind of reminds me of fireworks here. There's candles. Oh my gosh. So I keep forgetting about this stamp set and the matching dies. Unbelievable value in this one. So we're going to use that as in addition to our silly goose today. Okay, to make this card, you need a piece of basic, oh, actually all my pieces are underneath here. Look at this. Excuse me. I'm going to show you what I have here. We have a lot of little pieces, but I think what I'll do, I'm going to bring them in one at a time, okay? And don't worry, this will be on my blog later today. It'll be a bit later because I have to go to my class as soon as I'm done here, but I will get this up so that you guys can watch the video here for the video instruction, and you can go over to my blog and get the PDF for the measurements and the supplies that I'm going to be using today. Okay, so I've got thick basic white. Now this normally would be like your card base, right? And we're going to score it 3 score marks. We're going to score it at 2 1/8 of an inch, 4 1/4, that's my middle line, and 6 3/8 of an inch. 3/8 is right there. Okay, 3 score lines on there, and we're done with that. While I've got my score blade out, tool out, simply scored board, I have another piece here I want to score. It's 1 inch by 5 inch. Okay, so we're going to put that on here, and that's not my right piece. That's not it at all. Here it is. Okay, 1 inch by 5 inch. And then we're going to score each end of this at 1/2 inch. So I'm going to score over here at 1/2 inch, and then I'll score over here at 4 1/2 inches. So just a little 1/2 inch. This is the part that's going to help it pop. Okay, so there's that piece. And I think that's all for this. Nope, that's not all for the scoring. I want to show you what I did here. We're also going to need 2 pieces of Whisper. Oh my goodness, basic white, not Whisper white. It has not been Whisper white for a very long time, but my brain goes back to what I originally learned, right? It's basic white. So it's 1 1/2 inches by 1 inches, and we're going to score it in the middle at the 1/2 inch. So we're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch, both of these pieces. These are going to be, I'm calling them my little wing flaps, okay? They're going to be my little wing flaps to help this card pop out. So you need 2 of them. So 1 inch by 1 1/2 scored in the middle at 3/4 of an inch. So you need 2 of those. All right, I can put my simply scored board away now because I don't need that anymore. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in our bone folder, and we'll reinforce these score lines. Okay, so we've got our middle score line here. We'll just go ahead like normal, score the middle line, and then we're going to score these 2 flaps, if you will, back. So we're just reinforcing this with any fun fold card, even any regular card. You want to make sure your score lines are nice and crisp. So we've got this going on, okay? So that's our basic structure of the card. Now to decorate this card, I'm going to bring in the Hello Irresistible paper. And I love this pattern here. Now it's the same piece of paper, but of course it's double-sided. We're going to feature both sides. So when you have a piece of 6x6, you can make this card easy enough and we're going to feature both sides of the paper, which I love because a lot of times we look at our paper and we're like, oh, I love this side, but I also love this side. Well, we're going to use both on the card today. So I'm going to use 2 of the pieces that feature Flirty Flamingo on the front of the card, and then I'm going to flip it over and use these 2 designs on the inside of the card, okay? So here's what we're going to do here. These pieces, this is going to come together like a gatefold, okay? So I did fold it in the center. When the card is opened, it's going to look like this, okay? Like a little tent. So we're going to do the outside first. So let me just get my glue on my pieces. You know, I always say when the glue is flowing, you just glue what you can, right? So we're going to do that first. We're going to glue the Flirty Flamingo pattern on the front of my card, on the front flaps. And then we're going to glue the beautiful, I think the DSP says Daffodil Delight, but I think this piece here is really soft looking. I'm going to use So Saffron on my card today, and I think it'll work. I think it'll go. You can let me know what you think. Charlene says she's drinking her coffee right along with me. Hello, Charlene. Thank you for being here. Let's see. You can do the technique club. Yep, just send me a private message. Thank you, my friend Jen. That's my friend Jen answering your questions. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Jen is also in my technique club. It is a fun club, you guys. We learn something new every month. And then I love when the ladies share that they use that technique in, with other cards. Because once you learn something, right, as crafty people, we tend to take what we learn and apply it with different things. So it's always fun to see what everyone creates. Okay, so we're putting the Flirty Flamingo pattern on the front flaps like this. Making sure I've got a little bit of a border going around there. And then I'm going to open it up, and I've got glue on my... There's nothing any worse than getting glue on your paper. Oh my gosh. I should have my silicone mat in here. Silicone mat, I was explaining this to a person last night, a lovely lady at the class, what the purpose of the silicone mat is. And if you put that down, if you get in the habit of putting your silicone mat down on your work surface, when you get glue on it, all you have to do once it dries is just lift it off, right? Just lift it off and throw it out. So I should have had that on there because now I've got glue on my grid paper and everything. You guys know everything's going to stick to it. So, okay, we'll cover up that glue. We'll pretend it's not there because it's not going to be sticky now. Okay, so here's the inside of my card. What I want to do now is create the little mechanism that's going to pop out, okay? So that little 5-inch by 1-inch piece that we scored on either end at 1/2 inch, I'm going to bring in my liquid glue, and I'm going to add a little bit of glue to these little tabs, like so, okay? I'm going to fold the tabs in. I know I might get a little glue on my fingers, but that's okay. I'm going to fold them in, and I'm going to put this in the center of the card, like so. It doesn't have to be perfect. You could measure if you wanted to, but I'm just laying it here. I'm holding it down for a few seconds so that it has a chance for the glue to adhere. And then this is just, I got glue on my fingers now, see? Let's bring in my little handy dandy glue sand eraser. You can pick these up at Michael's or any other art supply store. They're just a sand eraser, and they're really, really great. I keep mine in my drawer where I can just reach it for getting little bits of glue and stuff off. So there, I've got that little piece there. Now, these little pieces here, I call them wings, okay? So we're going to fold these in half, and we're going to put them like, can you see them in my hands here? They're going to look like this when they go onto the card, like little butterfly wings. So I just want to apply the glue on the back, okay? And we're going to come in here and we're going to glue these two pieces down onto this little bar, all right? So I'm just going to pick up my glue, and I'll do one at a time. I'm putting the glue there, and I'm just putting it right here in the middle, like so. And then the other one is going to point the other way. And once I get this glued down, I'll show you again. So I'm putting them right in the center, lining them up on that bar. I don't know how else to describe it. So I'll show you. This is how it looks here. We've got our little flaps like that, okay? So they're glued down, but then the free ends, we're going to fold them in half like that. The free ends are supposed to be, see, they're going to stand up like that, so that when I go to put my circle on there, I'm going to put the glue right here, and then I'm going to put the circle down on there. So let's just go ahead and do that. So here I've taken a So Saffron using the layering circle dies. This is 3 1/4 of an inch circle. So to ensure that I don't put any glue on the inside of my card, I'm going to just take these two little wings, and I'm going to put my glue just on those two pieces. Okay, I'm going to hold this up close to the camera so you can see I've only put glue right there. Can you guys see that? Okay, so now I'm going to take this circle, going to just lay this down onto my glue, going to center it. And just hold that for a second. It'll adhere. And there, you can see that circle is going to pop out. That's what makes the fun mechanism. Isn't that easy? There you go. You can see it from the top there, looking down like that. And then you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, does this close? Oh yes, indeed. It closes in and closes in. And then this is the same size of our normal cards. It will go in an envelope. So now we get to do the fun part, the decorating, right? So if you have questions about this technique, let me know. It's super easy, super fun. I did a circle, but you guys, you can put whatever layering dies you have. If you have the stitch square from the Beautiful Shapes dies, you could put a square here. You could put the oval from the framed florets dies, right? So lots and lots of options. So we're using circles today. All right, so let's do some stamping. So I've got 2 circles, 2 of the large. Do I have 2? I think I need to cut another one. I don't have 2. Okay. Oh, yes, I do. Duh. Okay, so we need 2. I have 3 actually. We need 2 of the circles from the Beautiful Shapes dies, the largest ones, okay? So you can see that little bit of stitching. So we're going to do our stamping now. So on the outside of the card, I'm going to bring in my little silly goose that's holding the balloon. I'm going to ink that up with Memento. Tap, tap, tap on the top. And then we're going to stamp that. Pretty much fits right in the center of the circle. Straight down, straight up. And then we're going to add a little bit of color. I love that geese are white because you don't have to do a whole lot of coloring, right? So we're just going to bring in Fleur de Flamingo, Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie, and some soft suede. And we're going to quickly color this image. I got a little bit of black extra on here. I was standing when I stamped that, so I got a little bit of an edge on my piece there. That's okay. We'll just scrape that off. Okay, so we're going to start with Fleur de Flamingo. I'm going to bring this in and add a little bit of accent color to my balloon. And then I'm going to use the lighter shade to shade it. Then I'm going to grab my Daffodil Delight and we're going to add a little color to the tassel. And let's do a little stripe on here. We'll do 2 stripes, and then I'm actually going to bring back that Fleur de Flamingo, the dark one, and put a couple more stripes on the little gooses. The gooses. It's ownership, right? It's the goose's party hat. Okay, so it's an apostrophe S. Oh my goodness, it's not an English lesson. It's a stamping lesson, right? Okay, and I got some soft suede here for her little feet. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do for coloring. I think that's enough. Now, I want to put this on a belly band so that I can close my card, okay? So that, because this card has to close like this, we're going to put a belly band around it, and this is going to be on the top. So I'm going to bring in, for the front of my card, I'm going to use a Fleur de Flamingo circle. This is the same size as the So Saffron circle, the 3 1/4 inch circle. So that's going to go right on top of there. So let's bring back my glue and add a little bit of glue. Not a lot, just a little. And we're going to put that onto my circle. Just a little pop of color on the edges. Then I'm going to bring in, for the belly band, it's a 1 inch by 11 inch strip of paper. Okay, so just 1 inch. We're going to take our card, even though we're not done the inside, it's okay, I can open it. We're going to close it. I'm going to just lay this down onto the belly band. And I'm going to gently wrap this belly band around the front of my card. And you don't want to wrap it too tightly because you want the recipient to be able to easily slide it off, right? It's nothing any worse than making this beautiful card and then you put a belly band on it and it's too tight and it's like, you know, it's like trying to get into Fort Knox, right? To get into the card. Okay, so we're just gonna do this. And I did not score it because I prefer to do my belly band and just squish it with my finger. And I'm actually not very happy with what I've got done here. So I'm gonna actually use another piece. I'm gonna scrap that piece. It's just a piece, 1 inch piece of cardstock. I got another one here. I'm gonna wrap it gently again. I wanna make sure you got a lot of work space here. So don't worry, I don't want my ends to be over here. I don't want the person to see, I don't want the recipient to see my ends. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it around like that. Then I'm going to put my glue on this flap over here. Come on, glue, you just worked. It's not coffee time. I still got to work. Come on. Okay, so you can use your silicone mat to help get your glue going. That is probably the biggest thing that I use my silicone mat for. And it does not want to go, but I'm not giving up on it. Just give it. You got to show it who's boss. There we go. How's that for a Friday? Friday fun fold. Okay, it's starting. I'm trying to hold this down with my other hand, so I don't want to let go, but I might have to. The trouble is real. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of glue, and you can be liberal with your glue here because no one's going to see it. You know how I talk about using just small amounts on the white part? This part you can, even though it's white, you're not going to see it because once it's wrapped, let's finish the wrapping process here. Hold it down. Once it's wrapped, you're not going to see that ripple of glue dry. It'll be underneath here. And then what I'm going to do is this is quite a big circle. It's going to cover quite a bit. So then what I'm going to do is come in with my glue and I'm going to add even more glue to the belly band. And I'm going to lay that circle right on top like that. There. That was a long-winded version of creating this belly band, but I wanted to explain what I'm doing here to you guys. Okay, so we're going to let that set up there. That's going to dry. And I don't have a baby wipe in here with me. That's okay. I'm not going to put anything on that glue. So here's my belly band. Okay, so it's nice and loose. It's not going to be too tight. I can pull that off and I can easily put it back on like so. But I wanted to add the greeting, sending gaggles of good wishes. So what I'm going to do is bring in some scrap paper. Just got some little strips of paper here. I've got my memento ink and sending gaggles of good wishes. We're going to tap, tap, tap on the memento, stamp it on there. I'm going to bring in, you guys know I love my double oval punch. We're going to grab that smaller oval, the solid oval. We're going to pop that out. Then I've got a scrap piece of So Saffron on my desk here, and we're going to punch the scallop oval. All right, so there we've got our greeting for the front, and we're just going to glue this down onto the So Saffron scallop like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this onto my card front. I'm actually, you could put it down here if you want to, and you want to make sure you're not going off the edge of the card, right? I know, I'm probably making you nervous that I'm going to put my card in that glue, right? I'm making myself nervous. You could also put it up here if you wanted to. Oh, let's try that. It could go either way, right? If I put it down here, I'm going to have to cover up a little edge of her foot. What do you guys think? Should I put it at the top or the bottom? Comment below. I'll watch and see for your comments. It's a fun thing to do. You can change it up, right? Top or bottom? This is the bottom, or should I put it up top? Bottom. Annie says bottom. Okay, we're going to put it down the bottom. Okay, so what I want to do, again, I don't want to close my card shut, so I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to put a little bit of glue, and you guys know this glue, a little bit goes a long way, right? I'm just going to put some right onto the circle, and I'm okay with covering up the tip of her little foot there. That's totally fine. Okay, so lay that there, give it a chance to dry, and we're going to slip this off now. Put it off to the side. Can still dry over here. All right, good. I'm happy. See, I don't have any glue on the edges, so that's not going to cause my card any grief. Okay, so we're going to do some more stamping on this additional white piece, and it's also the same size, the stitched circle. And now I'm going to bring in the Charming Sentiments, and we're going to stamp a couple of greetings from there. So I have the stamp here that says, "Because you totally deserve it." And we're going to stamp that with Memento. Ink this up, stamp it with Memento. I'm going up to the top of the circle. And then the other stamp, "Wishing you the happiest of birthdays." We're going to stamp that one using Flirty Flamingo, just tying all the colors in here. I'm going to cover up I'm going to close my Memento. And that one is right here. wishing you the happiest of birthdays. We're going to ink that up and we're going to stamp that right in the center of this circle. So I still have room at the bottom of this circle to sign my name, write a little greeting. You know, you got to write something in your cards, right? So here we go. We'll close this up and we're going to flip this over. I'm going to flip it over and put my adhesive around the edge, just a thin line. And then I'm going to move this off to the side. Let's move my silicone mat out of the way. Let's bring back my card and we're going to put this on the inside just like that. Now, you could totally add more things. You could add more DSP or some more stamping on these white spaces. I actually kind of like the white space. I'm going to leave mine like that. But now I can just close this up and then bring back my belly band, slide that over the top, and that glue is not quite dry there, but that's okay. There, make sure it's going to stay put. And last but not least, we should add some bling. So I'm going to bring in the iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. Now you could color these if you wanted to. I kind of like them the way that they are. They're nice and clear and sparkly. So I'm going to use a big one of the big ones. I'll put right here, and two of the smaller ones. I'm going to put one right onto my DSP right there, and let's add another one over here. Actually, let's add 5, because you know how they say odd numbers, right? So there's 4. Let's make sure that greeting is straight. And then we're going to add a 5th one down the bottom on this side, like that. You can add as many as you want. It's your card, right? But I've got 5 on here. So there we have it, you guys. This is called the Pop Out Bendy Fold. What do you think? Are you going to try your hand at this one? I can't wait to see what designer series paper you're going to use for your card, because you can totally use multiple pieces of the same package of designer series paper, because you know Stampin' Up! Always makes things coordinate, right, with their colors. So you don't have to decide. You can use both sides of the paper. And for this card, I used 6x6 paper. So and they're 2 inches, right? So 2, 4, actually a little more than, I can't do math. I'm too tired today. I had to use 4 pieces. So actually you're going to have to use a little more than 6 inches. So anyway, you guys get the gist, right? And we've all got extra DSP. So have fun making this card. I love it too, Polly. I love the pop out. Let me flip you around here. Thank you guys for pairing with me today, even though I'm a little sleep deprived today. Can't wait to, I know it's going to happen tonight. We're going to have supper and we're going to watch a movie, and Rose is going to be out by 8:30. My poor husband. He's used to me now. But you know what keeps me awake? I may have to bring up some ribbon and tie some bows. Actually, the teachers last night were so thrilled. I tied 36 bows for them for their cards, and they were like, "Oh my God, she tied the bows!" But if I am doing something with my hands, I will not fall asleep. So I have to find something tonight to do in front of the TV with my hands. Probably make bows or color with my blends. So that's my favorite thing to do. Thanks so much for joining me today and laughing through this with me. I wish you all a great weekend. I hope you'll try this fun fold. I'll get this up on my blog as soon as I can later today. If not later today, then by tomorrow for sure. I will post when it's live, okay? I'll post here that you can go over to my blog and get the PDF. And then this video will be uploaded to my YouTube channel as well. So you can find things maybe a little easier over there. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd love to have you subscribe, and then you'll keep up to date with when I go live or when I post a new video. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you virtually on Monday morning at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time. And I hope you have a great time stamping this weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.